If I gotta do that, I'll beat you blue back and still get you blue at till your shit get blue back. That's on the gang and you already knew that. That's on the gang and you already knew that. So don't make me do that. I'm in a dark space, they like who that? I come from a dark place, but you knew that. I face a dark fate, quiet down, you hear a heartbreak.
Boom! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Jujutsu Kaisen D&D. This is a side story for the Null side story. This will be 2 months in, as previously stated in the other side story, as Null is training with Miss Shiranui. For all those that don't know, that is Shino's ex-girlfriend, and who is also the barrier specialist that Null has been training with. Ooh, let me put on some music. Ooh, what will fit the vibe?
You can delete the other one. I couldn't move that one.
Okay, move the one that you can move. Boom, there we go. All right. So, as known, as you have been practicing with Miss Shiranui in regards to the different barrier aspects, you still being alive and breathing, but have been under the immense form of stress and whatnot due to how her teaching is when it comes to barrier technique. She's like, all right, no. So you made it this far, and I'm actually quite impressed. But honestly, I feel like you're not all the way in. You're not all the way locked in. So what's going on? Let's talk.
Struggling. Gasping and giggling. What do you mean by
Well,
that?
well, for the matter is, someone of your stature, especially someone of your age, should be able to produce multiple berries at the same time. Shouldn't be shouldn't be any form of issue. Be able to change it on the fly, make it complex. There's a lot more to barriers than just the average protecting yourself or covering a curtain to keep things in and keep things out. Barriers are, I would say, an ever changing thing. There's never one barrier that should be ever linked. So why is it that when it comes to making barriers, the max that you are able to do is about 4 or 5 before you start to feel exhausted?
I never pushed my body to this type of strengths before.
That's very understandable. I can understand that. Sometimes learning new things can especially be challenging. But you know, barriers aren't just a defensive capability. Some are very, how do you want to go about it? Encapsulating. You may be able to trap things as you've been practicing on. May be able to track things as you also been able to practice on. But have you ever tried having a barrier within object, or powering up something, or being more so having barriers as supports?
No, I never thought that could be possible.
It's an old practice. I mean, my family was very in doubt in learning how to do that form of practice to pass it along. Now, will I say is the most best way of going about it? Most definitely not. Why? Because who wants to rely on someone who only can make barriers to just support them? So I developed my own stuff, my own things. Also learning how to make barriers into different complexities to where I exceeded my family. So let me ask you, Noel, do you want to exceed your family, or do you just want us to remain the same under someone else's shadow?
Like to exceed them all. He goes to a knee. His hair is not in a bun, so his hair is draping down over his face as he goes to the knee.
And I'm glad to hear that. As you see her walk over, Noel, and she looks around as you're curious of what she's looking around for. She finds like a rock. You can see like a cornerstone. And she's like, "No, catch this." Tosses it
As
to you.
as he looks at it,
And she's like,
kind of confused, like,
No, if I told you that you were able to put your barrier inside of a rock and use it at any given moment, would you believe me?
No, I would not.
Well, I guess that then this will be the start. Now, that spirit that you always have around you, are you able to summon it?
Yes, yes, I am.
Please bring it out. We're gonna have a nice little entertainment, shall I say?
Believe myself as Pearl comes up.
So
Oh,
as you manifest Pearl and Pearl shows up and things like that. Oh, why is Pearl not on?
hello.
You know
Oh,
that would never get weird to me. That would always be a weird thing. I believe Pearl's large. Pearl could be huge. I think he's large. Boom, there you go. As Pearl comes out. All right. So, uh, no. What happens if you do have Pearl out, but someone of some nature decides to overpower Pearl? What is your course of action?
I haven't thought about that before.
Well, I will say the least that if you haven't thought about it, you think that there won't be a enemy that at some point is going to be stronger than Pearl. As no, you get a flashback of when Pearl fought the mysterious man that was looking for Archer and whatnot, and was able to overpower Pearl.
You're right. We've had that flashback, he looked down and just says right when he looks back up, the flashback was over.
As so, at some point, no, you may be a very powerful sorcerer, but there are some things that even you can't do. Some things that Pearl can't do. And in regards to those things, I think it would be best to also be able to support not only Pearl, but even your allies. So, that rock that I've thrown to you, and you know the concept of putting barriers, do the same thing with that rock. Put a barrier in that rock, not over it, not under it, not in between, but imbue your barrier into the rock, and then we'll go from there. As she kind of makes the barrier, but into a chair, as she sits on it, and she just looks at you.
He looks at the rock. Pearl leans over to him. Who is that gorgeous woman over there? Not right now, Pearl. What will I have to roll to try to imbue the technique?
Uh,
Imbue my
Roll me a
very
charisma saving throw.
charisma saving throw.
All right, so no, as you start to hold the rock and using your barrier technique, you start to put your barrier inside of the rock. You realize that you put a little bit too. You're focusing too much on the aspect of it and not just doing it. As the rock shatters, and she's like, "Now, do you know what you did there wrong?"
No, I do not.
Well, how you're envisioning the rock to be, you think that is just how do I want to say, a simple task of, like imbuing it with cursed energy. Well, that is not the case. Barriers are very simplistic, but even they can be a very complex thing. As she grabs another rock and throws it to you and grabs one in her hand, you're thinking too much on having the barrier around the rock and then encapsulating it into there instead of forming the barrier inside the rock and having it rest there.
Hmm.
As she extends her hand, and as you start to see the rock that has no form or color to it, it starts to turn into kind of like a bluish, like a light blue type of color, and then there's a sigil that appears on it, and she's like something like this, and she tosses you the rock. Now
As you
is
would expect.
now it's not an easy task that I will say. I do understand that it is something that is very complex, probably probably of a high level, something that my family frowns upon because they feel like it is a useless skill, but I think is could be a very important skill depending on who uses it and how to use it. All right. So right now, Noel, what I need you to do is start your barrier within that rock and don't expand it. Let it rest inside the rock. Let the rock and the barrier become one overall entity.
Understood.
Uh,
He pops up superior and then he
Roll me another charisma, my good sir.
closes his eyes, deep breath, concentrates.
All right. So as you close your eyes, Pearl floating around you and whatnot, curious as all. No, you start to envision how you want your berry to be. I don't know what color your curse energy would be, but yeah, give me
He'll be like he'll be emerald green.
okay, boom. So as you envision your barrier to be, your barrier has like a starting point, kind of like a little flame that sparked up. As the flame grows, you kind of stop the flame's growth. As you do open your eyes, no, you start to see that the rock that you are holding is an emerald green color and starts to form a sigil on it. But you realize that the sigil you made is very different from the sigil that Sharanui has made. And she's like, oh, looks like you grasped the concept pretty quickly. As she's like, now, the next thing I want you to do is smash either of those rocks and let's see what happens.
I smashed the rock that she gave me and keep mine.
Indeed. So as you smash, you say you smash her rock, right?
Yeah.
All right. So as you smash her rock, you start to notice that miniature barrier circle forms around you, of like I said, a light blue color. As Pearl starts to glow a light bluish color.
Ooh, nice color.
Okay. As you realize, know that as Pearl is glowing that light bluish color, you too are also glowing that light bluish color.
That's one. He's glowing. He just expects that he's got that bluish hint to him as well.
So as you are currently glowing, knowing whatnot, she explains to you. So what I did was using a barrier. I made sure to kind of limit the cost or limit the amount of curse energy that is that you can be able to push out. So it should give you a little bit more. What do people like to say? Bang for your buck, as I would say. Now you, on the other hand, may vastly feel different about it. Why don't you go ahead and try smashing your rock?
I smashed my rock.
As you smash yours, you notice that an emerald green barrier circle forms around you. And as it does, then you notice that Pearl is glowing a emerald green color, but you, on the other hand, are not.
I don't know why you like this color, Noel. It's so dark and just wish you were like a nice color hue of a pink or some sort. Just staring there, wondering why he's not in the same color a little bit.
So as Miss Nui proceeds to say, well, you see, no, when it does come to things of, uh, I like to call it the cornerstone technique, uh, that obviously allows you to support others, but not yourself. So, a little bit of a double edged sword. So, when you broke mine, of course, it was from me that made it. So, you and Pearl got the benefits. Well, if I was in there, I wouldn't have. Now, when it does come to yours, of course, Pearl got the benefits. And if I was in there, I would have got the benefits. But unfortunately, you do not. Does that make sense?
It does. Very clear.
Well, I'm glad that you have that understanding. So let's do it into practice. Will you not? As you start to see multiple barriers form around Pearl, and so on and so forth, as Miss Sharanui goes into her her kind of like a kimono sleeve and grab out a box. that looks like that kind of has like sigils on it, as well as like a cursed spirit as face. As she opens it, popping out a cursed spirit, and she's like, "Now, no, I would like you to do things in practice in regards to using your barrier technique, as well as the techniques that you have developed while being here. And if you need be, I will unleash Pearl, so that Pearl can also assist you, so that if you need to give Pearl any form of buffs and or bonuses, that you can. As Noel, I'm going to need you to roll me an initiative. As the cursed spirit, hold on, gotta grab character sheet and all. Looks like it's in a battle stance and whatnot. Let me add turn. Add turn. Where's my turn table? There go my turn order. Yeah, roll me initiative. No, you did. 14. Let's see what. Wow, the one time I don't hear the thing go off. 8. 8. Oh, because I have you quit. 8. 14. All right, Noah, kick us off. As Miss Sharon Nui backs up. As the blazing bird curse stretches out his wings, looking like it's prepared to go into combat with you.
Alright. So, go dashing in on it, and then first thing I do is I'm gonna use the disruptive barrier. You feel me?
All right. So you are making a barrier for whatever your charisma modifier is and whatnot.
3.
So for 3 turns, for 3 rounds, let me grab my notebook so I can now write this down. My fault, should have been prepared, but hey, I don't need to. I'm GM. I can do as please. And I'll say DP. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be 10, so 3. There we go. So as the barrier forms around that, the blaze bird will have a hard time finding you if for some odd reason you go hidden and or things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. And that was an action, correct?
That would be considered an action.
Move 15. I'm gonna just move right here, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. As it's the blaze bird curse's turn, it is going to rush towards you with 1 beak and 2 talons, or 1 bite, 2 talons, as it goes for 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I'll miss.
All right. As you weave. You feel me? It is back on you as it flaps its wings back, repositioning itself.
So y'all go in for, the Monkum section sword, you feel me? Bring it out and hammer that thing, you feel me?
18 does connect.
And I believe, I'm sure.
It
Oh yeah,
is,
so you'll take that static 6 at the start of this next turn. The bleeding. I'm gonna use that as the bonus. I'm gonna use that as my bonus action to put that effect on.
Gotcha. Don't know how to roll something?
No, it's a, hold on, make sure. I think you definitely do, hold on.
That's a successful hit. Yeah. Oh no, it's just a successful hit. Okay, cool. 1d4.
Yeah. That's, well, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Oh no, the bleeding effect is different. We just never changed it. Go into the condition sheet. Condition.
I think I got that in my condition. God damn, why did I stick it out there? I got it on my sheet, hold on.
Alright. So, it will be taking the amount of hit points equal to either the zero level, whichever higher of the creature that inflicted. Alright, +5. Okay, I know how much damage it's taking.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Right, so as it's the end of your turn and whatnot, bird flaps back as you start to see the bleeding effect kick in and whatnot as it does take the residual damage. As it moves up just a tiny bit, and we'll use 3 curse energy to do illusionary flames. Roll me, my good sir, a wisdom saving throw. Ooh. So as the flames go past you, no, you start to see that the blaze bird is kind of grown in size as the kind of looking more fearing as the illusionary flames have hit you, making you view the blaze bird as a kind of a menace, shall I say. It will be your turn.
And all my attack be what at disadvantage.
You can't move closer to the sorcerer of fear. So wherever you are, you're just stuck there. Hold on. Boom. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls with the source of fear is within line of sight. The creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. As your source of fear grows, you see Pearl starting to get more agitated by the moment.
So move out the line of sight a little bit.
Mr. New is like, hey, whoa, why you near me?
I bet. I ain't even move that way. At least I had line of sight. So like, before I move, I'm gonna just do my fucking see me pull the sword out from me. I can't swing at the nigga, but going in for the sword is going good. See me build that curse energy into it. So put 5 into it. When I do that, get the tactical roll back. Out the line side of that motherfucker, you feel me?
Dexterity.
That'd be it. My turn.
So as the dexterity roll does go about and whatnot, fails it, so it is going to take some damage. This is gonna hurt.
Other than with that, also with this one, since it's first time hitting, it also gains 1 rank of laceration since it got hit. Just the one that has the laceration and not bleeding. But same shit.
Laceration creature kind of bleeding for all intents and purposes. Blah blah blah. 1d6 force. All right, and as you cut into the good old blaze bird, as a reaction to that, blaze bird is going to regenerate, spending 6 curse points. 6 times 5 is 30. So plus 30 back. God damn it, it's just touching stuff. All right, as it does heal up, it does heal the bleeding effect and the status effect on it. Is that, and you said that was the end of your turn? No.
Is that again?
And you said that was the end of your turn.
Oh yeah, when I moved up in my turn.
All right. As it is the good old Blaze Bird turn. Runs at you full force. You know, as spending up
Mhm.
to 2 cursed energy, and we use flamethrower.
Dexterity saving throw.
Indeed. So you only take half of the fire as it burns you, but you bracing for impact and kind of maneuvering, swiping to get the flames to be reduced. Pearl breaks out of Miss Shiranui's barriers as
Rawr.
Pearl, on the full frontal assault because Pearl is supposed to protect you and whatnot. As Miss Shiranui is saying, "All right, so this is the perfect time, no? Try to entrap the Blaze Bird in the barrier with Pearl." As and the Blaze Bird's turn is back on you, no?
That would be the third. It's the third turn, right?
Uh, you got one more.
Then yeah, as an action. So as an action, I will do the tracking barrier. Then
Creature within 15 feet of you. Creature must make a dexterity saving throw. Failure, they are trapped in said barrier. On success, they may move a number of feet enough to get out of the barrier, as long as the range is within speed. If the creature does not have enough movement speed, blah blah blah, all this good stuff. Reduce the action. Oh no, it'd be a bonus action. Wait, no, yeah, it's reduced to an action. Yeah, okay, you're good. Yeah. Dexterity. I think your dexterity is a 16. So 16 or higher is needed. And it fails, so it is trapped within the barrier that you have casted.
I got put. Mm-hmm.
So as it is trapped in the barrier, it starts to squawk around and try to hit the barrier trying to get out, but
Either grimace on it, then I'm gonna just up to this side. It's what it is. It's Pearl's turn, correct? After that,
indeed is Pearl's turn.
so once my turn, on Pearl swarm in on me. Feel me? Swarm in. I want to pull Pearl through that. Make it minimal. But put that on. Yeah, that nigga Pearl. He's gonna go with casual. You feel me? Do up to do. Yeah, he can do no three. At least three. Around that. He'll do a wicked claw, and do a bite one.
Uh, I'm just gonna ignore the crit fail because. Okay, no, you do 4 attacks, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
at the round down.
So one of the claws missed, but that shit don't matter. Everything else hit. All right, I don't think that nigga died. Yep. So after the second claw, how would you like to defeat the Blaze Bird with Pearl?
For that first claw, he goes in, see the bird stripping the wings off, going at it. Come back to that second claw, it goes and that takes the head off of it as he come down with that second wicked claw to his head.
And as you do that, you see the rest of the body disappear as the body is. Its combat is over as Miss Nui starts to clap. He's like, "Oh, okay. So I see that you have learned how to you most definitely mastered in regards of the first basic skills. Well, glad of that. Now the next basic skills, as you see she has like a blanket full of rocks as she tosses them in front of you. Now I want you to keep practicing on putting your barrier in these stones as we will keep on improving. As she goes on to sit in the good old shade, she starts to So no, I do have a question for you.
Yes,
Does Shino ever talk about me?
that was fine. He's never mentioned anything about you.
That bastard. You know, I hope you're a good man, no, because I would hate for a woman to get with an arrogant, egg-headed, beautifully sectioned hair, skilled teacher. I hate him.
No, kind of looks puzzled when he suggests, you could do what my father does a lot in, as he calls, search of another. Yeah.
You know, I've tried that. I've been on multiple dates. I've sent him multiple pictures of me on dates and whatnot. But all he does is not respond back. King, I'm not getting any older. I'm not getting any younger. No, I'm just a maiden, just trying to secure her love and have a nice family. But no, he wants to be all hard headed and he just makes me mad. But does he talk about me?
Oh,
Does as she gets closer, and she started grabbing your shirt? No. Does he miss me? Does he say any nice kind things about me? I know he still has pictures of me in
just
his
see the
phone.
mom. You see the mom. You saw the hair flying and whatnot. She grabbing his big, the tank top straps. No, he hasn't. But I recommend you maybe try to live a life without him, possibly. Uh,
No, but that's not possible. He's so he was so kind and gentle back when we were younger. As flashback happens, you just see her nagging him all the time, and he just looks worn out and tired. Like, no, you have to tell me how to get him back. I know there has to be some way. What, do I need to get him a gift? Does he ever talk about gifts? What type of gift should I get him? No, help
she
me.
knows you kind of no brushes off. Since you're my master and I'm your disciple, I can try to find the best way fit to see that we can make this happen.
Yes, I
But
love to hear.
also, he, from what I know and from what Aurelia has told me, he did lose his best friend, so that could possibly explain the broodiness and lack of happiness.
Well,
He
if
turns around
that's
and
the
looks
case,
at
then I just got to be
her.
his new best friend. As she grabs you, Noah, by with one hand, she starts to run and grabs Pearl, but with the other hand, she starts to run off.
What?
Come on, we're going to a different mall, and we're gonna get him something nice, and then we're gonna be best friends. Isn't that right, Noah? As she starts to run off, with flinging you and Pearl in the air, as the
Yeah,
screen,
Pearl's like, yay!
as the
Finally!
as the good old screen goes to black, as we get hit with a fin.